Good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here today. Several of our local officials and community partners are here with us today to the announcement of 4 exciting funding opportunities for our Eastern Kentucky communities. I am Dennis Keene, the Commissioner of the Department of Local Government. Our agency works with local governments across the Commonwealth by providing guidance, training, and grant opportunities. Our agency encourages all cities and counties to contact us about grant opportunities available to invest in the future of Kentucky and improve the lives of all Kentuckians. Today, we are here to announce grant funding for our Eastern Kentucky region from 2 sources, the Appalachian Regional Commission and the Tennessee Valley Authority. The ARC, as we know it, is a federal land and state economic development program designed to assist our Appalachian communities by investing in projects that create jobs, develop a ready workforce, and provide health care and educational services. ARC is an invaluable state partner that has provided more than $40 million to Eastern Kentucky in the fiscal year of 2019. The TVA, a Regional Development Assistance Program, is available to counties within the TVA service area in lieu of payment to property taxes. Communities are eligible for funding for economic development projects. Today, it is my honor to share this podium with a Kentuckian who continues to work tirelessly to protect us from COVID-19 and always leads with integrity and transparency. It is my great honor to introduce our Governor, Andy Beshear.
In the midst of COVID, I think that's the first time I've been at a place where there can actually be applause in several months. I want to thank everybody for being here today. I think today is a special day, one where we're letting the world and Eastern Kentucky know that just because we're dealing with a crisis of the present in COVID-19, we are still investing. We are still taking steps to create a better future. I wanted to be governor to better the lives of all Kentuckians, to ensure that we have access to health care, high quality education, good jobs, and the infrastructure that can help us move forward. And just because we are dealing with a worldwide health pandemic doesn't mean that we have stopped for 1 minute making sure that when we are done with this virus, we don't limp forward, we don't walk forward, but we run into our future. I also wanted to be governor because I believe that everybody counts in every single part of Kentucky and in every single community, and that we've got to work to make sure that we build opportunity everywhere. You should never be told, whether it's for medical needs that you have or for a job that you want, that you should move away from a place that you love. And that means that we have to focus. We have to focus and ensure that we are building up parts of Kentucky that have sometimes been left behind. So I'm excited here to celebrate some good news for Eastern Kentucky, which we're going to celebrate today, and we're going to have a little bit more celebration tomorrow. We've worked hard to keep Kentuckians safe during this pandemic, but to also move us forward, to make our state better. We're creating better jobs, a better economy, and as we come out of this, a better Kentucky. We've always had this mission in mind. Before COVID, we traveled across Kentucky numerous times to Eastern Kentucky announcing new, exciting economic development opportunities like those here today. Since December, we've announced more than $25 million in grants to Eastern Kentucky. That is real investment to create better lives. These funds supported the Sykes Call Center in Hazard, Project Heart at the Pikeville Medical Center, and park improvements in Louisa, Sandy Hook, and Moorhead, just to name a few. And I miss getting to go on some of those trips, seeing a community come together where you can actually feel the hope and you can see the progress. But we'll be able to travel more in the future, and you can bet, once it's safe, we are going to be in each and every community, making sure that you know that your state government is with you, and just like we talk about during COVID, that we care about you, that we want a better life for each and every Kentuckian, and we want our kids to have opportunities that maybe we couldn't have even dreamed about. Like a lot of aspects of our lives now, this celebration is a bit different, but it helps keep everybody safe. And it really tests why we do what we do. Do we make these investments so that we can have a big celebration? And while they might be enjoyable, this reminds us that we do these projects not for the credit, not for a full rotunda, which we have not had since March the 6th. We do these projects because they better the lives of our families, and we're being tested that that's the reason, and I believe that everybody here is passing. So today's announcements are further commitments of my administration's dedication and our commitment to Eastern Kentucky. You know, we are all in this together, and when one part of our state isn't moving forward at the rate that we want and need, then we are all failing. So today we're announcing 4 exciting projects in Eastern Kentucky, and to do this socially distanced, we have another podium that the cameras will switch to. We got some amazing local leaders here, and let me say that these projects would not have occurred without them. They are the driving force. I'm just lucky enough to be the person that is able to say yes to a good idea. So I want to thank everyone who made these possible, and today we have Breathitt County Magistrates Ellis Tencher and Donnie Bush, Perry County Judge Executive Scott Alexander, who I think just got off the interstate and in the rotunda. Thank you for not speeding. Perry County Magistrate Clayton Church, Wayne County Judge Executive Mike Anderson, Monticello Wayne County Industrial Park Development Authority Board Member Darrell Smith, from the Appalachian Artisan Center, Douglas Nazelrode, and he is, and I know he'll tell you, one of the very best at what he does. Exciting to have somebody of this caliber with us here today. And thanks to everybody else who made the projects happen. You know, one thing that is regrettable is with trying to keep this small, sometimes we don't get those that actually wrote the grant applications. But they deserve a lot of credit, and they're going to get to see some really positive improvements because of their work. So today, we're announcing nearly $3 million in Appalachian Regional Commission and Tennessee Valley Authority Regional Development Agency Assistant Program grants to 4 projects in Eastern Kentucky. We're going to talk about each and every one of them. First, Breathitt County. Breathitt County Fiscal Court will use a $708,500 ARC grant for the South Fork Elk View Campground project. They will use the funds to construct a visitor center and create 5 additional full-time jobs, but a whole lot of tourism for the area. And with people needing right now to find tourist opportunities in Kentucky, but everybody's excitement when we come out of this to see the very best that Mother Nature has. This is going to be a really exciting opportunity for Breathitt County to bring in dollars, bring in people. I'm very excited about it. Upon completion, the project will contribute to the growing outdoor tourism industry in Breathitt County and transform a former mineland site into a tourist destination at the trailhead for the South Fork corridor of the Kentucky Mountain Trail Authority. And so if I can introduce Breathitt County magistrates, and I think we'll start with Ellis Tencher for remarks. Ellis, thanks for being here.
Good morning. It's my utmost appreciation to accept this on behalf of all citizens of Breathitt County. As magistrate, I am deeply grateful to be receiving this and this generous amount that you gave us to finish up Phase 3 of the Elkview project. For us to be considered of this grant I'm very humbled and greatly appreciate what you do for us, and also ARC. That's a big help to them. I'm receiving this on all the citizens, all the members of there, and Governor, we really want you to know, and ARC, that we really appreciate for what you all have done to help us in that area. Thank you much.
Thank you.
God bless.
We have some of the pictures up, and let me compliment Ellis and all the people of Breathitt County. This is some of the resiliency, but also some of the ingenuity that we see in Eastern Kentucky, with sadly a large part of the economy having collapsed over time, turning to outdoor tourism, building something that really didn't exist in this way before, creates an exciting opportunity for the future. All right, Wayne County. Wayne County Fiscal Court will use a $153,846 grant from the TVA RDAAP for the second phase in a land acquisition project. The funding will be used to acquire a 25-acre tract to develop the Wayne County Industrial Park. And we know what type of an attraction our industrial parks can be, and having that infrastructure there gives you an opportunity to compete for significant good jobs. And it doesn't happen overnight. You've got to put this infrastructure in place. We're very excited to be a part of it. So Wayne County Judge Executive Mike Anderson for remarks. Judge, thanks for being here.
Thank you very much, Governor, for the invite today. Thank you, Commissioner, Department of Local Government, for allowing us to speak today. We did drive up this morning from beautiful Lake Cumberland,
yes,
which we're very proud of. I'm thankful that Mr. Smith was able to make the trip. He's an IDA member as well. And Mr. Phillips, Frank Phillips, could not make the trip today, but he's been a wonderful chairperson. Down through the years, Wayne County and Monticello has always had the opportunity and had good members to serve. But because of RDAP and House Bill 114, this has really allowed us to step out and do some things that we need to do. So this final payment will pay off the 25 acres that we're talking about. So we hope that program continues, that we can go ahead and start to really advertise and work on different industries. We were very blessed, Governor, during this pandemic, and still blessed that we had some essential businesses that were able to continue to work, and that helped a great deal too. But just very thankful that we have the opportunity to expand. It's going to be a great location for us, and we're just very thankful for that. And I think it's a tremendous opportunity for Wayne County and Monticello going forward. Thanks again.
Well, thank you, Judge, and I look forward to another announcement in the future when we locate different businesses in this industrial park, create great opportunity for all our people.
I look for that too. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you. All right, Hazard. We got both from Hazard and from Perry County. We got a lot of announcements recently, a lot going on. Hazard Troublesome Creek Environmental Authority will use a $500,240 ARC grant for the Drone Port Water and Sewer Collection Project. This project includes the construction of 7,500 linear feet of the force main or pressurized pipe and one lift station. Upon completion, this will allow the authority to complete its drone research and commercial activities and will create 12 new jobs. Now we got our Judge Executive Scott Alexander here, but I will tell you that it was probably 5 years ago that we sat down, I was coming through Hazard, and he said, I see the future. I see the importance of drones in the future, and we have a plan right here. He was certainly looking into the future, and as I think I just saw, the third company just got permission to deliver packages by drone, certainly right there on the pulse of what's going on in America.
Governor, and we can't thank you enough for believing in this and allowing us to think outside the box and work with you all, and to DLG, Dennis Keene, and Rocky Atkins for believing in projects such as this. We all know the impact that East Kentucky and Appalachia's had, and to think outside the box and to stand here and tell you I know everything about drones, I don't. But neither did I 15 years ago, Rocky, when we talked about cell phones and smartphones and what all they're capable of doing. But I know the future and the delivery, and with the pandemic, how quick it's moved the home delivery forward, that drones is going to be a major role in futures to come. And we also broke the barriers that face us sometimes in East Kentucky as we tore down that wall, and we partnered with Knott County. The drone port is going to be built on the Knott-Perry County line, but we know that all of East Kentucky is in this together. Many times I've said we all know friends up there who's had to drive to Georgetown, to Lexington, to Winchester to get a job. There's nothing wrong with driving from Perry County to Knott County, or from Pikeville to Paintsville, as long as we got jobs and opportunities there and we get to stay home where we love. And so we can't thank you enough. We've also reached out and been talking with Breathitt County. And I want to brag on the Masterts real quick. The biggest issue they face, and Governor, you know this, is road funds. And a lot of people look at our Masterts and say, fix my roads, and the funds are not there. It's the truth. It'll take a legislative fix to look at how we fund our roads. But the one thing we can do for ourselves is create jobs and create that tax base. And my magistrates, the Clayton churches here today, Ronald Combs and Don Miller, they believed in that. And even when they've had to make the hard decisions that we can't fix a road, but we can create a job, and we know that we can grow that tax base, and that's the only way that Appalachia and East Kentucky is going to succeed. So we thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Scott. And we actually hope to have, well, relatively good news given the pandemic on roads here soon. So help will be on the way. Okay, on our last one, we are running just a little bit behind, so we'll move up in the program. Eastern Kentucky's favorite son, someone who is sitting in that office next to me every day, helping to chart the direction of this state, which means Eastern Kentucky is in every single discussion that we have. I think it shows that the commitment of this administration to Eastern Kentucky, and I have learned more about Morehead State basketball than I think I had ever thought was imaginable. So the point guard, the former House Majority and Minority Leader, and my senior advisor, Rocky Atkins.
Well, Governor, thank you. And just let me say this, as I see a lot of friends here in the Rotunda today, the opportunity to be in our state capitol and talk about growth and expansion and hope and opportunity for our people is a special day any day. I would just like to say that this governor, Andy Beshear, since he has become governor, has been in our region of Appalachia and Eastern Kentucky more than he's been in any place else in Kentucky. I know that for a fact. Before COVID-19 hit, the governor had already made more than 5 trips to Eastern Kentucky for certain announcements to improve our region and improve our area. While as an administration, as he as governor looks at how we lift up all of Kentucky to have that special attention to rural Kentucky and Eastern Kentucky that has been harmed by downturns in the economy from coal and manufacturing and other opportunities that we've had in the past. Governor, I just want to say I appreciate, as the judges and magistrates from our regions of Kentucky, it is really special to have someone that gets it, that understands that if all regions of Kentucky do well, then all of Kentucky does well. And today is another example. Day before yesterday, you were behind this podium talking about West Kentucky and transportation dollars to get access roads into industrial parks for future economic development. Today, you're here talking about Eastern Kentucky, a region of Kentucky that I'm not only from, but it's where I live. And to have been one of the examples of the downturn of the coal economy that walked out the door one day with 1,700 people that we've seen time after time, and to understand, like Judge Scott Alexander, that we got to build new economies and we got to build new jobs and new opportunities for our people. You understand that with your creation of the Ag Tech board that you created, the task force you created through Ag Tech. And the other thing that has been mentioned here today, it's drones, but it's aerospace. And those areas that we never thought about 2 years ago, 5 years ago, and the opportunity to create what's been announced here today is pretty special. And it excites me. And it excites to see the faces that I've worked with for years to try to lift up certain parts of this state that, in my opinion, have been left behind. But Governor, you're showing your commitment, not only in words, but you're backing it up with your appearance and the dollars that it takes to get it done. To talk about tourism destinations as we have here today, with the finishing of Phase 3 of a campground that will attract people to come to our region. To talk about a drone project for Perry and Knott County that not only creates jobs, but it's that next advancement of a new economy, a new job, Scott, that we never thought about when you and I served together in the legislature. But here it is, the vision for the future. To talk about property to expand an industrial site in Wayne County, a county that I drive through quite often. And as I drive through that county, the beauty of it, on my way to Lake Cumberland to get away from it maybe for 2 days to rest and enjoy. I drive through your county quite often on my way to Clinton County to where I'm at on Lake Cumberland. And I want to say you've got a beautiful county with so much potential. Thank you for being here today. And then for the project that's getting ready to be announced, the Artisan Center in Hindman. You know, I'm an old bluegrass picker. And for people to be able to have the art and the ability to build instruments for the sound of the music that we all like to hear, these are special announcements today that add that value to our region that we need so bad. And Governor, I just want to say, as a part of your administration and the opportunity to serve as your senior advisor, it uplifts me every day for that commitment we have to have as people. These announcements today are not about Democrats and Republicans. These announcements are about our people in our communities that are trying to build better communities for the future, not only for today, but for tomorrow. So I'm honored to be here today. And I look forward to tomorrow as we announce more investments for the Eastern Kentucky region and Appalachia. Governor, I'm honored to be here today. Thank you for your commitment not only to Eastern Kentucky, but your commitment to all of Kentucky. Thank you.
All right, and our final project we're announcing today is for Hindman. Hindman's going to use a $136,860 grant for the Appalachian Artisan Center of Kentucky to support organizational operations and ensure sustainable infrastructure to implement various programs, including programs for those recovering from substance abuse and opioid addiction. When we look at yesterday being International Overdose Awareness Day, and last year losing over 1,300 Kentuckians to substance abuse, finding those programs, finding where someone can find inspiration and skills, finding the opportunity to truly reach out and give somebody a bright future, does more than just give them the skills for a job. It gives them another opportunity at life. And so I appreciate so much this program and what it's trying to do to help our people heal. Because remember, everybody suffering from addiction is somebody's son or daughter, likely somebody's mom and dad. We want to get them healed back to their family and build that better world. This project's expected to help 31 workers and 3,395 participants across 17 Appalachian communities. So now I get to introduce for this podium over here, master guitar builder, and it's called Master Luthier. How'd I do? At the Appalachian Artisan Center, Douglas Nasal Road. We appreciate you being here.
We're so very proud to have you as a governor. Some of the bravest, most powerful people I know personally are those currently in recovery. Those individuals not only take responsibility for rebuilding their own, usually shattered lives, but more often than not, they're eager to help others. They will also work very, very hard when given the chance. But what, may you ask, do people in recovery have to do with an arts organization? For us these days, pretty much everything. Originally conceived to promote the lives and livelihoods of mountain artists and craftsmen, the Appalachian Artisan Center in Hindman, Kentucky, saw its genesis in 1997. Thanks to Governor Paul Patton's Community Development Initiative. Studios were built and equipped. Experimental arts education programming began in the wood, metal, and ceramic studios. In September of 2012, I was brought on to establish the Appalachian School of Luthiery. Now, many of you will know that word, luthier. It's a trendy word for guitar maker, which is what I do. Actually, it's what a lot of people do in Hindman these days. But that first October, a young man approached me and expressed a strong desire to become a guitar maker. He was shaky, he had one thumb bandaged up, he seemed quite raw. Turns out he had a terrible problem, a life-threatening problem. He was addicted to heroin. With a felony record, frankly, it took a leap of faith on our part just to sign him up. But happily, Earl really brought it. Just as soon as he came out of rehab, he dug in, stayed with us to eventually build more than 60 instruments, during which time he finished his degree at UPike. And now he has a great job working with people in recovery, of course. Our success with Earl would in time inform the creation of an initiative we called the Culture of Recovery. Through the generous support of Art Place America, we were given the privilege of teaching hundreds of individuals from the local recovery community. And that program dovetails into the Troublesome Creek String Instrument Company, an economic development initiative funded by the Appalachian Regional Commission, EXCEP, AIF, MACID, so many great partners. Troublesome Creek, by the way, employs individuals in recovery, of course, and it is the first factory to ever open its doors in Knott County, Kentucky. Today, on behalf of the AAC, I would like to thank the Department for Local Government and the Appalachian Regional Commission for this critical operational funding that will help sustain our work through the coming year. This work is as important as it is fun, and it's a whole lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you. People think of grants as money given. But as I said earlier, this is money earned. So congratulations to everyone here today and everyone you represent back at home for truly earning these dollars by having plans that are going to help your people. These projects came together because of your hard work and your commitment, your ingenuity, and your commitment to your community. I know that times are tough. Right now, times are really tough. But this is a chance to collaborate, to plan, and to commit every day to working to make Eastern Kentucky and all of Kentucky just a little bit stronger, a little bit better, and to ensure that in the midst of a pandemic, we're not falling backwards, we're still moving forward. I wanted to do this job to fight for a better life for everybody, and I know we're all committed to it. Nothing's going to get in our way of making that happen. Not a worldwide health pandemic, not changes in our economy. We keep fighting for the inches that become the feet, that become the yards of progress, and we will build a better life for every single individual in this Commonwealth and for their kids, even those that have been through hard times, people of second chances, people whether it's to get the medical attention you need for your child or the job that you really want to be there when your child grows up, that it is right there in the community that you love. So thanks to everyone for today, for the progress that today symbolizes. We've got so much in front of us, a bright, bright future. We just got to go out and make it happen. Thank y'all. And I'll just briefly ask any questions, or you got it all? Tom?
Some of the criteria used to award these grants.
Let me bring Dennis Keene up, who is, I believe, still here to talk about the criteria through ARC.
Thank you, Governor. I appreciate that. We judge them on job creation, quality of life, and how it would enhance tourism. That's usually how we score it out. And we have a group of about 5 or 6 people that go over each grant and make sure that we cross our T's and dot our I's. Thank you.
And then ARC has to approve.
Oh, yeah.
Too. Yeah, and then there's the federal part where ARC has to approve them as well. So, I mean, this is dollars earned. It has to get through multiple areas. Yes. All right. Thank you all.